3-minute blessing, an overview of our longer messages with Edward Johnson of Prayer Mountain Bohol. When we were in Hong Kong getting ready to come to the Philippines, God told us He wanted us to make an orphanage. And He told us to begin it in our house as soon as we were settled in. And I began planning, what we would do when we actually had the funding to make it big. And I made a dormitory for about 250 kids. I thought that was a good idea. So I asked God, what do you think? And He told me, no, it's too small. And so I didn't know how to respond to that. So I said, okay, I'll double it. I'll make 2 dormitories side by side, 500 kids. That God must be happy with that. And I asked him, what do you think about that? And he told me, no, it's too small. Kind of like this voice, kind of like, come on. So I don't know what to do about that. So I decided that, okay, let me just, throw caution to the wind and look at my university campus. That was like more than 10,000 kids. And I said, well, how about if we make a campus for 10,000 kids? And he told me, yeah, now that's how you should be thinking. And he gave me some advice and pointers about faith. He mentioned to us that, like when you pray, he said you should pray not bound by your reality. He said you should pray like you're in a dream. And your prayer should not be based on who you are, but who God is, who your Father is. And then he mentioned that He speaks to us, and His word will implant a seed in us, and that seed is what begins the faith to grow. Now, you can't really do it backwards. You can't say, I'm going to force God to make me do an orphanage. I'm going to do an orphanage. God, you got to follow me. I mean, God will do that. God will back you up because He likes that. But what you can do in your vision and as you push the boundaries of your abilities, it's never going to be as big as what God can give you. And on top of that, if you don't have a real confidence and a real strength to anchor your soul when you have the troubles, then your faith is going to be tested. Your endurance, your perseverance, and those tests are going to come. And if you only have that, this is what I want to do, it's not going to be strong enough to get you through the hard times. But if God's spoken to you, that's really deep in your heart. So you should get a word from God for your direction, not only for your sake, so you're doing God's will, but it gives an anchor to your soul. 10,000 kids, it's not an orphanage, it's a village. And so it can be run like a small town. There's going to be an administration office and a police force, and maybe there's going to be play areas, and maybe we'll have some, farming so we can raise, either, raise some of the food, but also so we have an income for the community. Other businesses can be done, I think. But decentralize some of the functions so that you've got many small houses, not just in one giant, dormitory. And he told us that, this idea is going to work. It's going to become famous, he said. And that it's going to attract funding. He mentioned 4 different sources. It's going to get funding from international, from government, from corporations, from families. And so, we're very eager to explore it more, to understand it better. It's a big idea. But the need for children at risk right now, like we're in the Philippines, there's more than 1.8 million kids. This was even the number 10 years ago. 1.8 million kids who need help. In other countries, let's say, I know that number for Egypt 10 years ago was 25 million kids who are at risk, who are in stress, who need help. And so, people are trying to make an orphanage for 10 kids and 12 kids and 15 kids. It's a great start. It's a good thing to start. But the need is not really being touched by these small projects. So, leave it to God to give us a God-sized project. So if you want more information about this, we have a longer video on this topic. And just check out the longer video, or even ask us if you have any questions.